私の普遍を引き立たせるだけ。浮世の風景は幾千年も変わらないというのに、人の世とはこうも。
Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome to this week's earlier live stream. This is IonStorm streaming Genshin Impact. Okay, let's see. Earlier on I was actually trying out some random builds. Where was I actually? Oh, let's go with a Dendro Traveler. Hello, Ice Bear. Good to have you here, man. Miss you too. Okay, what you guys are seeing right now is actually some random testing I wanted to make for content. Is earlier today I actually shared a Raiden Shogun's over 1k EM run. I wanted to try if there's another version that I can do it. So for the first part of this first half is actually just to pass to the next stage, so nothing much about this first part. Oh wow, they hit hard, man. Feels pretty laggy today. Yeah, I'm not gonna survive that. Hey, how was your weekend? My weekend was pretty good. I actually managed to celebrate my grandmother's ascension to level 97. So basically it's her birthday, you see. She's 97 this year. Okay, so the main part of the run that I was actually experimenting is this. So you can see that my Kokomi actually has only about 32k health because she's equipped with elemental mastery staffs. Then Raiden Shogun is also not on DPS mode. She's actually having over, I think, close to 1000 elemental mastery. I wanted to see how this actually works. Okay, so far you can see that the Hyper Bloom missiles are doing pretty decent damage. Like we are looking at about 35k. I would say it's actually pretty good. Yep, 35, 35 something 7 1 something. I can't really see the number, man. Okay, she didn't survive that. Okay, well, hey, hello Angel, good to see you. And for this run, I try to keep it more low spender and free to play friendly as much as possible for the second team that was actually wanted to showcase. So even for Kokomi herself, Kokomi is C0. She's actually holding onto a prototype Ember. Then Raiden Shogun, it doesn't matter her constellations because I'm not using her Q. So I equip her with a Dragon's Bane along with 4 pieces of Gilded Dreams. Xingqiu, as usual, Sacrificial Sword with I think it was an Emblem of the Severed Fate set, and Traveler. Everybody has Traveler, and also equipped with a Sacrificial Sword as well. But of course, for the first part of this run, this one is, like I mentioned, is just to actually to pass the stage for me. So it does feels a bit laggy to me. No idea what is actually going on. Oh, is my cookie going to die? I'm going to just ignore that guy, man. Ouch! Okay, looks nice. If Raiden is the one doing the Hyper Bloom, doesn't it make Kokomi EM relevant unless I'm missing something? You can see that to a certain extent there are still some electro charge ongoing. You can just have a look. There's still some electro charge. Initially, in my earlier runs, you can actually see that I actually ran with a HP based Kokomi. So I thought that since she won't die, I might as well see if I can get some electro charge to go into it or not. Then you can see that there are some electro charge. It doesn't occur all the time, but there you can go. Oh, this guy actually dropped quite a fair bit of health, man. Is he going to run? Okay, I guess that's not. No, you're not going to hit me, man. Where is he? Oh no, my sacrificial sword didn't activate. The biggest problem with this run is that if the guy, right, chose to run away out of the Dendro field, then I'm pretty much screwed, you see. Ouch. Because, you know, running is his favorite activity The electro charge doesn't happen extremely often. But like how I mentioned, that it's just to see if I can get more damage out of it. But for so far, all my showcases or all my contents made, it was actually with the full HP Kokomi, because you know the 4 piece of that healer set can actually give you some extra damage every few seconds. You know, the white damage, which is also nice. Oh wait, she just said Machinasai. Oh, I'm pretty scared that my cookie will actually die, because she took quite a lot of damage, huh? Pure EM Raiden, does it benefit her? Okay, I mean, this kind is just exploring another type of playstyle. Honestly, by default, Raiden is insane in her own damage. Everybody should know. Usually you use her to use the Q burst. But for my case, I just wanted to try out something different. So to see if I can make something more interesting, because that was the original direction of this channel's content. If you guys can remember, in the past I actually did different types of runs, but nowadays the characters released are getting more niche, and also the gameplay seems to be more restrictive along with their weapons. It makes it very, very difficult to create new types of runs and all this, which is pretty frustrating, you see. Because I don't want to play meta team all day long. I know they are the most effective comms. I don't know, can be pretty boring, you see. Oh, He went invisible so fast. Hey, stop running, you. Oh. Holy shit, I don't have the dendro to make him appear. Screw you! Ah. Okay, let's see. How much are the missiles doing? 37426. Oh, feels like the dendro application is it's not applying dendro fast enough though. I don't have the seeds for me to do. Ah! Oh my god, this guy. Stop playing your disappearing act. Can I hit him? I cannot! It doesn't have the... It doesn't allow me to aim like an archer. Okay, let me try again. Where is the down arrow? I can't see him. Ah. Hey, come on, boy. Where are you? This disappearing act can be pretty irritating if I don't destroy the white color stuffs fast enough, man. Oh, you're still doing this to me. Come on. Okay. Are you going to appear now? Ah, yes. Look at how much time this guy just burn off, man. Okay, I'm going to do my best. Come on. I'm left with a few seconds. Let me finish it. Oh no, I ran out of dendro application. Ah! Okay. I barely made it, man. Looks like it doesn't work too well. Still need more reliable forms of dendro application. Hey, Wilton, it's been a while, really. That's why I hate that coward thing. I think likewise, man. Believe that except for players who really loves to challenge themselves, I believe that we would love to fight the boss head on, like, you know, gung ho. But I don't know why they designed it to be the boss going into some disappearing mode. Of course, if I were to use an archer, I can pinpoint the direction to shoot it. But however, oh my god. Thank you so much for your donation, man. Really, truly appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Thanks, man. I also made some adjustments to the notification. You guys should able to see a child holding a money bag on your screen right now with response to Wilton's donation. Truly appreciate. Thanks for your donation, man. Have you guys managed to figure out if there are, you know, some types of different ways that we can play the Spiral Beast right now? Honestly, these few days after Nilo's release, right, I have been trying means and ways to figure out if there is any types of you know, a refreshing way, I would say, to play the comp. You guys know that she's actually locked into this Dendro and Hydro restrictive comms, and in my review I actually forgot to mention one of the this is actually a flaw you guys must and have to be aware of, which is today Haris, one of my viewers, also asked me what is the best constellation you should pull for. I told him it was C2, but I must mention that C2, and this is a really good constellation, but it has a condition, which is, look at this word over here, Golden Chalice Bounty. This means that if you choose to play Nilo in you know, other types of comp, meaning if you don't have the meeting the Hydro and Dendro resonance, this C2 is as good as not being activated, because the Chalice Bounty, if you guys are aware, must meet this condition first. So let's say if I were to play Nilo in some electro charge comp which consists of electro characters, this C2 wouldn't work at all because you are not being affected by the golden chalice bounty. So basically you are wasting your money. So that is the one important thing that I need to point out to every one of you here to be more aware of this particular C2. But if you intend to play her in just the Dendro and Hydro, all good. It's actually a pretty fantastic constellation. You guys also know that you need to actually being hit by your own Dendro, the Bloom, right? To actually activate the Dendro resistance reduction. So that is something that you need to be aware of as well. So I'm not too sure if the upcoming Nahida, because judging by her looks, she should be quite paper, meaning her defense and health shouldn't be pretty fantastic, I believe. If I really am not too sure if she's able to withstand the amount of explosion. Yeah, there is a limit there how much explosion you can take. Offhand, I cannot remember. There is actually internal cooldown, but per explosion, by the way, can actually do up to 1,000 over. And it doesn't look like Nahida has what 20 to 30,000 over health. So I'm not too sure if I have Nahida on the field if she's able to withstand the explosion. That is something to take note of when she's out on November 2nd. We will actually try to explore together, because anyway, I believe that most of us over here should be pulling for her. I mean, should be. Maybe not on the first day, but eventually we will want to get, because you know, Archon generally will do things better. Hey, hello, Haris. Do you change your schedule to Wednesday now? Oh no, it's this week only. Okay, so I also want to take the opportunity to just to quickly explain to everyone, because over, you know, usually to year end where we are closer to festive seasons, so your fellow colleagues or maybe your work schedules, project, all these can be pretty disruptive due to people going on leave, holidays, etc. So in the end, it will affect mine also, because I'm actually also a working employee, just a regular employee. So sometimes it can also affect my schedule as well. So today I have to do a live stream on Wednesday instead of Thursday, because I'm actually not available tomorrow. So I really appreciate you guys taking time to drop into the live stream to chat with me. Really appreciate. A big thank you to all of you here. So earlier on the run you guys have saw, this Raiden Shogun actually base elemental mastery is on 921. He's wearing a 4-piece Gilded Dreams. So because the elemental type is all different from Raiden, Raiden is the only electro character over there. So she's able to get another 50 times 3, which is 150 elemental mastery. And this can actually trigger when she's not on the field. So it's minimum 921 plus 150, excluding the, you know, Dendro Traveler's burst, which gives up to 60 elemental mastery if my memory serves me right. So I was actually trying to experiment this team, but of course this kind of team must just take it with for entertainment purposes, because most of the time you will still want to use Raiden for her damage capabilities, because the value actually comes from there. There are also some people maybe aside from Haris as well, some of you have actually also PM me to actually ask about is Nilo a good pull or not? Should I actually try to pull for Nilo? So far, what I can tell you is that she herself, right, I would actually say it's a pretty good pull, but I cannot tell you it's a must pull for sure, because for her case at this very moment right now, she does introduce a very unique playstyle, which actually I believe that is actually how the bloom should actually work. Because you know, on the outside, if you are just playing pure bloom reactions, right, the seeds actually are pretty much trash. They take so long to explode, 6 seconds. It's going to take forever. But for her case, she enables the seeds to explode so quickly. It doesn't stagger the enemy. You know, that's the best part. It doesn't stagger the enemy. So, you know, when you are fighting some of those mobs where you are hitting them, they keep getting staggered away further and further, right? Nilo's bloom doesn't cause this to happen. So which means that they will still be getting closer to you. You don't need to chase them. And the explosion is really very big. For some who might have missed my lengthy review, that explosion, one explosion for instance, is almost as big or even bigger than Xiao's plunge area. If I recall, it's about a 6.5 meter radius. So you can take Xiao's plunge as a pretty much a close reference how big that explosion is. So you are pretty much able to hit your enemies. But of course, this kind of reaction based, because due to how much elemental application you can apply to a certain extent and how much the enemy can take the explosion to against single target, it will have a less effective solution, I would say, unless you bring in Yelan. But at the moment we don't have Dendro Healer, so you have to bring in, probably the closest is a Barbara and Kokomi. I thought today was Thursday. No, today is a Wednesday, my lady. I'm thinking to save my PT for next banner. So what is the alternative to Nilo's BIS? Actually, I'm really sad to say that 4-star weapons wise, right, there isn't actually a BIS, man. Because she scales so heavily on hit point. Anything else you will want to use, right, is pretty just okay. Like, you know, some will actually tell you can use Iron Sting because for her to trigger the elemental reaction, from a more affordable perspective. For my case, I use Sacrificial Sword because I can do the E twice, meaning the first is the rolling steps, which is the spin, then following by the sword dance. So this allows me to do 2 waves. Then other than that, I truly cannot see any 4-star sword compatible for her. The 5-star sword, you know, one actually gives you hit point, which is the Primordial Jade Cutter, but not everybody is going to have it, so I cannot recommend. I also cannot definitely recommend anyone to go into the weapon banner because, you know, it's very expensive. And her niche weapon, which is this key, so far only a handful of characters, probably only herself and Cookie Shinobu sees some use to it. But other than that, nobody can really use it. So I would say if you really want, unless you are really keen to have to use her for a long time, then pull for it. Otherwise, all the 4-star weapon with EM is probably your next best alternative. To be honest, Sex Sword is her best in slot because she can 2-stay in the same time. That is the very first showcase. In fact, correct. That is the very first showcase I've actually shown of her using the Sacrificial Sword. Because one thing we know, and you guys should be informed, is that when she's in the Sex Sword state, right, once it actually triggers, her attack actually still have ICD, internal cooldown. That much I believe that you guys are aware of. So if you are able to, for instance, let's just do a quick demonstration. Why did I actually choose Sacrificial Sword? I don't think my characters are properly equipped though. Yeah, I look at the 54k health. I don't even know what is she actually wearing, but never mind. Okay, you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you can see that this thing is actually triggered already. okay, from over here, I can actually start to use her on the field to do the sword dance. And another one important thing is that she gets a good amount of energy recharge as well, so you can actually have a Q to go up again. Ah! So pretty neat. My characters are not even properly wearing the intended staffs. So if she can get her Q obviously has no ICD. I believe most of y'all should be aware it has 2 hits. The first is the thing will actually explode. Then you can see a mark on the enemy. Then after a while it will explode again. These 2 hits doesn't have is able to trigger the dendro reaction. So if you can have the Q up often, that is more dendro, that is more bloom reactions for her as well. It's also an additional good thing to have. Then plus, when she finish her first rolling steps, the 4 steps you can see which has a hydro circle around her. Then when your sacrificial sword triggers, then she goes into the sword dance. The circle will actually apply hydro while you are hitting. You will also apply hydro. These all have ICD, but you can apply much quicker. So this will allow more bloom to happen. So that was the reason why I chose to feature her with the sacrificial sword. While some may have you can see that I don't even know what is she actually wearing though. She's wearing I don't know, man. What the hell is she wearing, man? Oh yeah, because I was actually doing some tests with other builds, so her items are pretty much messed up. But Sex Sword itself is my first go-to choice. That is my concept, because some of the viewers in my first showcase actually asked why did I use the sacrificial sword. Because from their understanding is that they prefer the elemental mastery, which is Iron Sting. So if you use Iron Sting, you press 4 times, right? The hydro circle actually comes out. Then she goes into the 14-second cooldown. So what are you going to do? Then what's the point of having her doing like maybe about 2 blooms and then swapping her off? Then might as well don't equip the EM on her. There's no value, isn't it? Or little to no value. But I also understand at the same time, right, not everybody has multiple copies of Sacrificial Sword. So I'm not going to say that Iron Sting is wrong. Iron Sting is still usable. But what I'm trying to put across is if you have Sacrificial Sword and you happen to be comfortable in putting on her, and you don't want to spend the extra Primo Gems to pull for any 5-star weapons, you can consider using Sacrificial Sword. That is my point. But otherwise, Iron Sting is still usable. There is no need to take it off from Xing Qiu or what, because Xing Qiu needs the Sacrificial Sword. That is one very important thing I need to be very clear about. So what is her actual artifact? I cannot remember, man. I remember it was it is actually on Cookie Shinobu, because I was actually playing with Cookie Shinobu's build using the key earlier on, which is really very fun, which is really very good as well. I'm glad that at least Cookie Shinobu sees some uses of the signature weapon. It's better than not having any. Let me double check if the items are correct or not. Yes, these are her original items. So if she has the key with her, no, oh wait, oh yeah, correct, 66k health, correct, because she's not on the field right now. So against single target, that is pretty much sees very limited application at the moment. We can have you guys actually tried to pull for her already? Have you guys actually got her home already? There is really a lot of stuffs I'm still actually testing out every single day. But unfortunately, they still haven't come up with those kind of presets your artifact to save it. So trying different builds while you want to swap around your items, right, can be pretty taxing as well, because you offhand you need to actually remember what do you actually have it equipped. Like for example, I need to remember where did I actually last put the artifacts, man. Is this even correct? I think it looks correct to me. Yep, this is the correct one. Okay, this one. And lastly, this has to be a healing bonus. Then for Dendro Traveler is wearing this. Actually, I believe that I should be letting Cole to wear this. So Cole will be using the 4-piece Gilded Dreams. I have put her, been having fun testing double vape her burst. The double vape that I actually saw online is ridiculously insane though. Especially there was a, I believe, which video that I came across, I can't remember. It was a combo with Klee, where the Klee throws the bomb, then the landmines to be precise. Then after that, followed by Nilo doing the burst. So it vapes. Then after that, the mobs get hit by the mine again. Pyro is applied onto the boss again. Then after that, the second tick actually goes off. That is, the damage was very spectacular. But it's really fun to try out different builds with her. But right now, my focus is already, as pretty much obvious I have mentioned in one of my posts on the video, I'm actually starting to spend some time to farm for Gilded Dreams, correct? The name is Gilded Dreams. Gilded Dreams, to see if I can pre-farm for Nahida. Have to see if Deepwood Memories is going to work for Nahida or Gilded Dreams is better. You guys can actually share with me your opinion. That do you think that Gilded Dreams is better or Deepwood Memories is better? But what I can tell you at the moment is that my Deepwood Memories appears to be trash. I've been farming like nobody's business since, like, you know, forever, and nothing has been coming out. I'm not too sure if the domain is rigged or whatever. I'm pretty sure I'm about to flip the table soon. It's extremely frustrating, you know. Okay, since I have 40 racing right now, let's go for a quick 4 rounds of artifact farming and see what can I get out of it. Let me know, what do you guys think? When Nahida comes out, will you be equipping the 4-piece Gilded Dreams on her, or will you be using Deepwood Memories, or do you actually, in your opinion, there is an even more adequate artifact set for Nahida? I would like to hear everybody's opinion on this. Okay, party setup. Let's go. Wish me luck, ladies and gentlemen. I definitely need the luck, man. I farm Gilded Dreams for her. Wow. Wait, how are you guys actually managing to farm? Have you actually managed to farm a good set for her already? That is my main question, man. Okay, so right now Traveler has 750 EM. Why is her health so low, man? Oh, because she's using Sack Sword. Okay, 69k. This sword actually really gives you some ridiculous amount of health, man. How much EM does he have? What is this? 1444 EM. Okay, that is really a lot. 1444. That is actually even higher than my Kazuha, isn't it? Will I be getting anything? Oh no, okay, this is rubbish. Okay. No EM, no talk. Let's see. Oh, I didn't manage to use my skill. What kind of attack was that? Hey! Wow! Did they just die? Okay. For Nilo, she has 1k EM after all the buffs here and there. Will I be getting anything good? Please? No. Please? No. What is this? Not even a single line of critical. It's all what? I don't even want to think about it. Please. Did the guy just cancel my skill again? 1384. Oh. So it depends on how many reactions I manage to make, is it? What are the numbers? Crit rate, but no crit damage. Okay, that's sad. Looks like this domain is going to be another emblem of Seventh Fate again. There are some online rumors going around, but of course, rumors being rumors, just always take it with a pinch of salt. That I believe that what I understand is from 3.3. Was it 3.2? There it might be a artifact set coming out, which is meant to be hit point based. Then, of course, wow, bloody asshole. And HP and reaction base. So probably it might be a set for Nilo. I don't know. These kind of things we will need to see when it's actually released. But more artifact farming means it's going to defense. Totally not very useful, you know. More artifact farming means more pain in the ass farming as well. Yeah, I heard that rumor. Yeah, but of course, rumor being rumor, we cannot really ascertain until when it actually comes out. So we shall see. The reason why I actually equip her with the I have a level 9 talent over here. How have you guys actually tried, aside from vape, in a pure hydro comp setup? What kind of damage do you think that actually she's capable of dealing? 3.2 will be 3.2 life will be on. I haven't actually checked yet, man. I really have no idea. What's the date today? Today is 19. Today is 19, right? It has to be already because the actual 3.2 is going to drop on November 2nd. So it has to be this week already. They can't delay further. Then we will be fighting some Gundam already. This means when 3.2 is being released. You guys should know what I mean, right? The Gundam, is even larger than the Venti statue, it appears. I'm not too sure if I'm able to battle properly when I cannot even see the boss, man. Especially if I'm on mobile, you know. This sword, it's not a refinement 1 though. If it's a refinement 1 sword, then probably can try to showcase something. What set do you think that I should be using? I'll probably stick with these two. I will try to look for a Hydro Goblet. I believe my Xingqiu has one which gives some amount of hit point. Can be viable though. Can't go wrong with Yelan. I actually, because you guys have watched my channel. My Yelan is C6, so generally I want to try to pair with Xingqiu instead, because the Hydro arrows coming out from Yelan is really a lot of damage. So sometimes players will not be able to see. And recently it seems that there are quite a number of new players joining the game, because from some of the comments I can see that there are actually players who actually requested me during my artifact showcase to actually slow down how fast I actually click, because they cannot pause in time. So that is where I get to know that there are actually more and more new players coming into the game as well. So probably that is part of the reason why now I try to make some of the runs, right, to be more lower spender, and I can't make F2P runs for sure unless I use the alternate account. But the alternate account right now, Nilo is level 80. Level 80 blooms don't seem to do a lot of damage. So yeah, we'll definitely need more. Hydro damage bonus. I do remember I have this. So I equip her with this. Do I actually have a pretty nice... There is, but it's actually worn on my Kokomi. Let's borrow it. Borrow. In the name of borrow, okay? So, what are the stats? Oh, the stats seems to be on the lower end though. The crit damage isn't very fantastic. But unfortunately, this Jade Cutter itself, right, this attack bonus is completely wasted on Nilo. Unless you actually have the normal attack raise, which is a pretty waste of your resources. Too many characters, let me see. Hydro. I need an additional Hydro. Okay, let's borrow. Yeah, using Jade Cutter to get the crit rate. Yeah, pretty much, and the additional hit point. But this one, like I mentioned, this is a refinement 5. So by right she should be lesser by 20% hit point. The attack stat is a dead stat on her, which is, well, not useful at all. Probably I will try this one, because these two guys are still my favorite characters in the game. That's what I would say. For the second part, what is she actually? Oh, she's equipped with Favonius Warbow right now. Yes, I can remember. Oh. Oh wait. It has been long since I actually used Bennett. Okay, not that long. Let's see what happens. I haven't actually tried this though. Hit point. She skills off. Yes, she skills off hit point. Okay. Can I pass? Touch them first. Oh, what? 30,000? Did I just saw 30,000? Oh yes, it's really a 30,000 damage though. Please lock in your animation. Yeah. Okay. 4. So the last hit. Oh, because this has the C1 effect. We must be very clear on this. Ouch. Oh shit. This do you guys play StarCraft or this thing when the thing dies, right, actually looks like Protoss, you know. What is this? Where is the other guy? Oh. Would be smoother rotation to use Sack Sword, but with my build I just can't get enough creep without Jade Cutter. Agree. I would love to use, man, but she doesn't have any crit rate though. Because the Jade Cutter offers you like what 44% crit rate when playing something like this. So now right now is 33,000. Let me see what damage is. 47,000. Okay. They are so tall that I need to use this camera. The camera needs to be in this way before I can see them. And okay. Oh, I completely forgot there's Magyu Kenki on the other side. Jeez. Jesus. Ah, ouch. Oh, that hurts, man. Why you do this to me? I'm just scared that he runs, man. They didn't crit. Shit. Oh. That was close, man. That was close. Oh. But unfortunately, Yelan's defense is really on the lower end. If not, she will be able to take more damage. I need you together, boys. Oh, I'm stuck at the pillar. Oh my god.
見逃さないで。
天道ここにある。
この剣はわかるかい？左右。
参る。
頑張るよ。
Okay, okay, okay.
かかれ。痛がっちゃいないの。
Now I'm actually a bit scared, man. Okay, where's that?
姿を見せよ、オズ。
Oh no, you're doing this to me again.
罪を認めろ。黒き翼よ。糸よ、工作せよ。
全力攻撃。
言い逃れはさせない。霧を晴らせ。せい。せい。いや、だ。せい。かかれ。断罪の。
Oh,
どの目が出るかしら。
みんなは俺が守る。お嬢様の。
oh shit! I didn't manage to destroy this in time.
答えなさい。
Ah, yes.
終わりで。
One punch is all I need. Okay. Hey, hello, Diablo. And these other characters are doing what? Yelan kill solo. Yeah, you're still actually all about Yelan. Of course, of course. How OP do you think Yelan is? So, I believe all of you should be well aware that she is just completely broken. And she is equipped with Favonius Wobble like I was mentioning. I didn't have the Aqua Simulacra equipped just now. That was the main reason, and she's probably the only character so far as my memory serves. Yeah, correct. She should be the only character that I truly went for the Constellation 6 and Refinement 5 on the first banner. So far, the other character that I went for Constellation 6 during release was actually Eula, but I didn't went for the Refinement 5 weapon because Refinement 5 weapon is really, oh, I don't know, man. Someday I should actually live stream myself pulling for weapons, and you guys will be able to experience all my rantings here and there, my scoldings, my cursing. I'm not too sure if you guys are interested in seeing that or not, but that is basically what happened when I'm trying to pull for weapons, because the experience simply sucks, you know. I truly don't enjoy it. Yelan support criminal, have you seen? Why you want me to do more Yelan DPS, is it, Diablo? Holy. Oh my god. Wait, I can't remember what actually should I be equipping on her again? Okay, it has to be this HP hat. Copium, where is it? What? Which one was it, man? This one. Holy shit, I can't remember what did I actually equip on her. It should be this one, I guess. No. I need to look for Kokomi. Where is Kokomi? I remember I exchanged this part with Kokomi, right? Yep, correct. So this has to be... Yeah, I guess this has to be this. She should be 699 something her hit point by right. 69968, correct. I was going to skip Nilo, so she's very beautiful and no tank. So did you pull for... No, yeah, you showed me a photo, right? You showed me you actually pull for Nilo. Did you pull for constellations? Did you pull for her weapon, Diablo? That's the main question I wanted to ask. But she's very difficult to use on the second stage though. This guy goes invisible. It's pissing me really badly when this guy goes invisible, man. No, oh wow, I can't find nice words right now in my memory bank to describe this boss, man. Of course, there is a way to prevent him from going invisible, which is before he goes invisible, there's two spinning thing right in front of him. If you can destroy that two things fast enough, he won't go invisible. I don't know if you guys know about that, but not every type of characters I have is able to destroy it quick enough. So it becomes a very frustrating experience, I have to say. Need electro or dendro damage. Let me try to show it to you. When you have quite a lot of damage, right? It's possible, but need to be able to pull it off though. Yo. Oh no, we managed to... What the fuck? Fucking guy, this guy. Bro, this lucky bastard. Yep. Aya. My Xingqiu used the out, but okay, never mind. Ice. With two of the beast buffs right now, Nilo's hit point is what? 77,000. Come on, give me an artifact set of pearls in future, man. Okay, no, just kidding. I hate farming for new artifacts, man. Seriously. Hey, Kenny. It's good to have you around. What you say again? Nilo with Nahida is going to be very strong. I agree. Yes. Yes. You will love to have Nahida to come on board soon. Okay, Xingqiu's sword actually pretty nice damage there. Oh, bitch. Is he going to run again? Okay, you're not. I'm going to burst you down. Oh. Okay, I actually took quite a lot of damage from them. The explosion is really damn ridiculous, man, when you have multiple amount of mobs over there.
この件はわかるかい？かかれ。
マイ
終わりで。撤収。
Oh no, I didn't manage to use the skill before he went disappear. Shit, man.
風の
Then you need to come out for me, boy.
捕まえた。雨描きがたし。この件はわかるかい？
No, let's retry this again. I want to destroy that white thing before he goes disappear. What kind of bloom is this, man? 44,000. Just think when that shit actually crits. Come on.
雨描きがたし。はかかれ。とどの目が出るかしら。たや。
Ice! That guy disappears faster than anything I've seen, man. I keep on need to retry. Fucking bastard, this guy. Come on, let me do it.
ご助力を。深海のカゴ。
Oh, what? Every time when I play this stage, right, I'm always impressed again.
難攻不落
Come on.
捕まえた。はっや糸よ。工作せよ。
Where's your white thing?
とせ。
What the fuck, this guy?
よ。
風よ天道ここにあり
歌よ西となれ。
もみちら
この件はわかるかい？さい。やかかれ。終わりで。撤収。はっ。
This guy genuinely pisses me off, man.
霹靂先陣天理チョーク
Come on, who designed this boss? Own up. Why would you design this kind of boss to force people use a certain element for faster gameplay experience? Aiyo. Ben C6 is nasty no matter how many times I've seen her in action. Yep. When she was released, then I actually saw, oh, I was like, whoa, this one. Charge attack, then when you think about her scaling with hit points, she's going to have a lot of hit point, etc. So I was actually thinking that this 5 breakthrough bulb damage is going to be pretty ridiculous along with the 4 arrows. So that was the reason I took the leap of faith, right, and chose to heavily invest on her. So currently, aside from her, right, I mean, of course, Hu Tao is another one that I have at full constellation, full refinement. But as I really can say that she's probably the DPS ceiling right now. I don't know if others will agree or not, because we all know that Ayaka is extremely powerful as well. But there is one thing for my case, right, for the difference between Ayaka and Yelan is that her breakthrough bulb shots cannot miss, pretty much. because it is a range attack. But for Ayaka's case, right, there could be some situations. Of course, we can always say that if you time it well, if you freeze the enemy, but there is always a situation where, you know, you can miss her burst damage, or but of course you have this as well, which is pretty bastard. I don't know what kind of damage is this when you actually pair it up with a C6 Shen her as well. I've seen really ridiculous numbers coming out from in this particular charge attack as well. But you guys have seen a lot of my gameplays, right? You don't actually see me playing Ayaka, but for sure I love playing Yelan, because I know that there are quite a lot of my viewers, right, have often put across to me that Ayaka is very strong. Ayaka is very strong. I agree, but it's just a difference in terms of playstyle that I prefer Yelan over Ayaka, and I don't deny that Ayaka is extremely strong as well. There are a lot of showcases video out there, whether is it melt kind of showcase paired with Shen He, or just simply her Q damage or her charge attack showcases, right, where you see that she just delete the enemy in a few strikes, right. Nobody should be able to doubt that how powerful Ayaka was. But the biggest irony is that before and around when Ayaka was released, right, people were actually doom posting her, saying that she's nonsense, then saying that she's very lousy, all this. But I believe that because it's been a year since she's more than a year, because she's released around last year's July, believe that most of the people right now should be well aware of that this Soumetsu, the potential of it, how ridiculously powerful. Right now, even I have viewers telling me that C0 Ayaka is extremely powerful, can clear extremely fast. I mean, for my case, I was like, why do you tell me that? It's not that I don't know. I know. It's very obvious, because I already have a Q at level 10. That is the reason why. There's only for you to tell me, right? Yelan and Hu Tao do the whole game by themselves. In the Iki event, I only got 2 stars. The Sino at the event is beating very cute. Sino, I don't really use him that often, because right now, doesn't feel that his kit is very complete yet. So we'll probably need to wait for better Dendro off-field applicators to come into the game to make his gameplay experience better. Because right now when I use it, right, I feel that the damage without the catalyzed reaction, meaning aggravate, still feels slightly lacking. Unless I have to bring in Kazuha, all this, to make the experience even better. But for now, I will just put him on hold first. I won't be using him as often. My best experience with Sino is in Hyper Bloom team. Yeah, the experience with him playing in Hyper Bloom team is actually pretty fantastic as well. Because his attack is how should I say, is also can hit multiple targets. This means that the seeds itself you can also detonate. It's not like just single target, those kind of attack, which makes it very difficult to detonate the seeds. There are probably a lot of comps that I would like to explore with you guys together, but it's just that right now, offhand, I truly cannot think of what we can actually play. Because if we were to play something that is off meta, definitely it will feel slow, for sure, no doubt, because the gameplay, the Abyss design is designed to be in this way. But what is frustrating is that is particularly on 12.3.2 where 12.3.3 where the boss disappears. It's a very big turn off. You see, because he is not there, then you need the Dendro and Electro to make it easier. It's not that you cannot play it, but you need it to be easier. The best way I can put it is when you try the Nilo team, right, on the Dorito boss itself, right. What is the name of that boss again? Oh, last week last 2 weeks I previously mentioned this name is so wordy that I find it very difficult to actually pronounce it, man. Algorithm of semi-intransient matrix of overseer network. Okay, that is a very, very long name. Have you guys actually tried using the Nilo's team on the second part? Just call it a Dorito boss. Yes, exactly. Dorito boss for the win, man. It's so until my mouth also start to tangle it by itself. I don't know, man. It's pretty genius of them to think of such a cool name. Cool name, bros. What is she actually wearing? I don't know. My artifacts right now are transferred over to him. Oh. This guy. I haven't been playing him, right? Is he equipped with the Fervonious Warbow? I hope so. Let's see how the key highlight here, I must mention is the 1233. Sorry, 1233, correct. The 1232. What am I saying? 1233. 1232. The Dorito boss basically. Let's see. Why are you still alive? Okay, let's see on the second part. This thing just looks like some Protoss guy to me, man. I think the designers probably played StarCraft or something. I'm pretty certain this should be the case. These StarCraft guys. Ouch. Whoa, what a sound, man. Come over, baby. Yes. Okay, they have just summoned some new Pokemon into the play, but I don't know who is that. I think this team against the Dorito boss. Let's see what happens, shall we? I just pray that I don't suddenly take the leaf when I'm doing all the Arataki swing, man. Please don't leave me up to the leaf, okay? Okay, all good. Sometimes when you swing halfway, then suddenly I go up onto the leaf, right? Oh, it's a big turn off, man. Oh. Nilo is so tank that I don't even feel the damage. Ah, this one I feel the damage. Okay, against Magyu Kenki, the damage is still, I would say, still pretty good. If we have even stronger, you know, Dendro reactions over there,
敵先陣天理チョーク
I would say more reliable, not stronger.
先生こっちで俺様に任せろガン闘牛どうやほらはどうやはそりゃ
Okay, let's see. This is the main one. Ito is really easily one of the best damage dealers. Yeah, Ito. This one Ito is a Constellation 6, but his weapon is Refinement 1. Like I mentioned, I truly don't like pulling for the weapon, man. So expensive. Okay, come on, let's see how fast the boss will play the disappearing act again. Oh my god, stop doing this to me, man. Ah. You can see this guy is actually here, but I cannot do anything. You are back, baby. What is he doing? Printing lasers or 3D artwork? Wait, you are going to disappear again? Fuck you! Oh shit. Oh, I mean, turn off, man, this guy. Stop doing this. Ah, wow. This guy. This guy pissed me off so badly, man. Who designed this guy? Come out. Oh, stop disappearing. Oh no. He disappears so fast. So damn turn off, man. Oh my goodness, this guy is even if this is cleared on a 36 star basis, right? The experience is very similar to what I've said in my review, which is it's a very unpleasant experience to be facing a boss. You know, he's standing there, but due to certain mechanics requirement, then you cannot do anything about it. Then for players like myself who enjoys keep playing Spiral Abyss and wants to try out different teams, then it leaves a very bad taste to the mouth because I cannot use whatever team I want, whatever elements. I need to bring specific for a better experience. Did you ever? I actually only had a look, man. But I didn't download though. Sorry about that, man. Because currently my time left, right, is I can only play Genshin Impact. In fact, I'm only playing Genshin Impact. All the other games I've actually dropped already. That is how limited my time currently is. Yeah, I actually went to the website to have a look. Because the website itself, I actually saw, right, there was this gameplay demo. There was this gameplay demo that I actually saw on the main website that time. Yeah, I actually thought, oh, that was pretty interesting. The animation of the in-game footage was really pretty good. But on the first look itself, right, I do really feel that, right, it looks like, you know, I don't know. I don't know if you guys actually think. I don't know for your case, right? Do you actually think of that? Which is, you know, when in the footage I recall, I saw some scenes, right, which looks a little bit like Mondstadt, a little bit like Mondstadt, right? The color scale of the grassland, right, it looks a bit more grayish. If that is what I can actually remember. So it does reminds me of when I don't know why, when I first played PUBG, Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. If you guys ever tried this game before, it's the same kind of like more that kind of more dull coloring that I actually first experienced. Hey, hi, Ion. Why Nilo's JP voice sounds like a loli? It actually makes sense, oh. Why is her voice like this? Like it's like sounds like a more of a high pitched voice, isn't it? I don't know her English voice sounds like what though. Show Nilo AE. What is AE? Yeah, I wonder if they will make some areas more vibrant. The other game, Punishing Grey Raven, is more on the darker side. I don't know. I only actually caught a glimpse of the gameplay demo where I saw them fighting. But how should I put it? When I first played Genshin Impact, I don't know how do you guys actually got to know Genshin Impact, but at that point of time, I have to be very honest with you guys, is damn annoying. You know, when you watch YouTube or whatever, right? Then there is advertisement. Then no matter what kind of video I click, when there's advertisement, it's always showing Genshin Impact. Then I was like, what is this? Why are you always every day it has been haunting me? Then I was like, finally I gave in. I was like, oh okay, this game looks pretty interesting though. And of course always they have this download for free. Okay, let's give it a try. Oh, not bad. Then yeah, here I am already. Yeah, and I sink in quite a lot of money already. Yeah, well, are you talking about PUBG Mobile or PUBG PC? Oh, PUBG PC. Because I played PUBG when it was first released on PC, when actually Steam had discount, when the game was still damn super buggy. When if you guys actually played the early days of the PUBG where you have only one map, it's called the, I don't know how do you want to pronounce it, but we pronounce it as Erangel map or Erangel. It only has that one map during the days, unless you use reshade to actually make the colors more vibrant. It actually looks very very dark, and picking up weapon, right, then it feels pretty laggy as well. That is the old time PUBG when we first play. But both PUBG Mobile and PUBG PC is dead. Yeah, I don't play PUBG anymore already because it gets a bit I don't know how many over here actually are big fans of PUBG. I'm sorry if I offend you, but for my case, right, PUBG, even I play well, but it just take one mistake, then you die already. You spend a lot of your time just spectating. Then I find it a bit meaning less action, you know. I would prefer games that if I die I can respawn. Like you know, nowadays I play like Overwatch, all this, where I don't need to wait so long, you see. If I spend 1 hour drop to the parachute down to the ground with my friends, then during at the spawn point I didn't manage to pick up a weapon. All the doors I open are nothing but pants, shirts, don't know what, belt. Then after some fella just come in and use a UMP9 and just shoot me to death. Then I spent the next maybe 20 or 30 minutes watching my friends playing. You know, that kind of experience. Over time, I played that game for damn long, you know. I think I played that game for at least 800 over hours. But throughout the 800 over hours, right, I don't know how many of the 800 hours was actually spent spectating. Because sometimes it just really happens. You land, nothing for you, you're screwed. someone just use a AK and chase after you, then GG, bye bye. Nothing you can do about it, man. You're just so dead. So that is eventually my friends and I then got pretty sick of it. Then we actually went back to Overwatch because initially we played Overwatch first. Then we got to hear that there's a PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, pretty interesting. So we went to try. So yeah, Ion is the cricket bat key of cards really necessary to pull for Nilo. I got Nilo but I lost 1 PT of Jet Cutter. It's this thing, right? This cricket bat cricket bat. I will tell you is that this is only applicable if you are very serious about Nilo. Because only her comp can play that kind of bloom. The rest of the bloom, no matter, I can tell you hyper bloom, all this, right? They are good. Hyper bloom comps, all this, but nothing is close to her type of bloom comp, which is pretty bastard, you see. So it's only for players who are really very serious and want the maximum experience. Otherwise, I will tell you is that if you still want to play her, but you are more to having fun, right? No need. J Cutter 4-star weapon, you can still get a pretty nice experience of it. Not really a must, man. Because when we I believe there are a lot of players in Genshin. Often when a character comes out, we don't talk about Doom poster first. We just talk about when a character comes out, right? When we ask, should we be pulling for a hero? A character. Is the character worth it? Let me put it in a more let me explain in a more direct manner, which is this character capable of doing what other characters cannot? That is the kind of value we want to look for. I believe for most of us, we don't talk about whether you like the character or not. We just are talking about value for money kind of characters. Like, if this character comes out today, is he or she so unique in their mechanics that no one can replace? If the answer is a yes, then of course this character will have a much more higher pull rate. And this kind of uniqueness, of course, we also must talk about point number 2, which is utility. Can this uniqueness be applied to many of the situation? So on the screen you should be able to see is Kazuha. Strictly speaking, we cannot 100% say that he is very, very ultra unique. We know that the existence of other animal characters, but one thing special about him is that he has the ability to buff elemental damage, which is really quite a lot, you know. Sucrose has it is on her C6, but it's not like his. But the most unique selling point about him, right, is the ease of usage and the control. So you can actually pinpoint where do you want to swirl. You can control because it's based on where your location is. A lot of people don't actually talk about when he was released. A lot of people was actually shitposting him, but the catch over here is that for his case, right, you can always pinpoint where do you want the swirl to happen. This kind of unique mechanism only applies to him, and it's very easy to use. So when we go back to the same thing where we talk about value, Nilo, is her mechanics unique? The answer is a yes. But in terms of utility and can it be applied to many situations, the answer is a no. So is she a must pull? I would say that it's not a top priority to pull, man. Because if the older team still can work and you are only wanting to clear the contents, it becomes a not priority. You don't need her to clear the harder contents. But if you want to experience unique gameplay, then she is a very good choice to pull. Tenha in his video said that C0 Nilo's full potential is locked behind her weapon like Nilo 50% and 50%. Is it real? I don't exactly agree with that. If you were to say that this damn weapon, right, gives her a huge boost in damage, right, I absolutely agree. But it's not to the extent that I would say that it's like 50% away, man. Because the thing is that earlier on, even in my current showcase, right, I have already shown it to most of you, right? Even with a sacrificial sword, right, you can deliver very competitive results. If you are talking about, I want Nilo to have a 10-second clear versus a Nilo having a 30-second clear. Does 30-second and 10-second clear really make so much of a difference that you need to put in $100 and $200 just for that 20 seconds? No, right? Unless money isn't a problem, then of course I want that 10 seconds. But if I use a 4-star weapon, I save that $200. I can still clear it slower by 20-30 seconds or even 1 minute, but I can still get the 36-star abyss. Then it's fine, what? That is from a more value for money perspective. You can say that the real 30 to 40% difference in damage, right, is her level 80 and her level 90. You must level her to 90. You guys have been playing the game long enough to know that her blooms is dependent on level. So it's a must for her to go to level 90. Her bloom at level 80, right, I have her on the other account, right. The bloom on level 80 is completely pretty much unusable. The bloom damage is really very bad. She needs to be level 90. But for her case, right, this cricket bat, it does give her a very significant damage boost. True. But I don't see it as a case that I need to encourage you to go into the pool, spend $200 just to try to get this bat. It's not a top priority though. Hey, what's up, bro? Nilo is still pretty great without a weapon. Yes, correct. I honestly, so far when I played the game so long, right? Offhand, I don't know if my memory is failing me or what, right? Offhand, I truly cannot see a character, right, without so-called signature weapon cannot work kind of situation. Like there's a 50% difference in damage. It cannot be that big, you see. If you were to say part of her damage is locked away by Nahida, I can agree. That means that you want Nilo to be good, you pull for, because you know some characters need certain characters to work very well, to work better for a complete experience. Like you got Ito, then you will want to have Goro for a more complete experience, for instance. I can agree. When you say Nilo for a more complete experience, not say cannot work, complete experience, meaning the best experience you can get out of it. Pull for Nahida, she will definitely perform very well. Good experience. Cricket bat, cricket bat can be only used on her. Say I have $200 today. Do you pull for the cricket bat or do you pull for Nahida? I think you get what I mean already, right? Of course you will pull for Nahida, since Nahida can be used on even other scenarios, but this sword you can't really use in much on other characters, if you get what I mean. Ion, can you test Nilo with Haran Gekapu Futsu in the beast? I can. Let me just use the exact same. Right now, I will maintain everything same. And you need to be aware that my key is actually refinement 2. It was not intentional that I wanted to pull for refinement 2. I didn't actually want to pull. I actually was trying to pull for the Zephyr's Moonlight. If you guys are aware, that sword is good. That 4-star sword is damn good. But for some reason, I just couldn't get it. Until when I get this second key, I still couldn't get that Zephyr's Moonlight's refinement. So it kind of sucked, you know. Okay, let's see. Right now I'm equipping her with the Atos signature sword without changing anything. Let's see the type of bloom damage we can see. Mind you, there will be a difference, but can you see that the bloom actually explodes for about... Okay, there's still one more ant over here. Oh, these guys are so angry.
このダンスはあなたに
Okay, so that is with the Haran. So I wasn't paying a lot of attention. How long did it took? About 30 something seconds for this abyss. The explosion I saw vaguely was about 38,000 kind of damage. So let's see with the key. Because the earlier on you are talking about 50%, right? 50%. This sword when you really want to use Nilo to, which is meaning you are very serious about Nilo and want to play her comp well, the sword is definitely a very nice addition because her mechanics, why her mechanics is pretty interesting and good is because the blooms, right, no matter who is going to trigger, right, has a portion guaranteed because it is being boosted, the damage is being boosted by her ascension. You know, the 30,000 health, every 1,000 above the 30,000, right, grants the seed explosion by 9%. So we know that a portion of the explosion is guaranteed no matter who is triggering it. That is one thing. Second thing is this cricket bat, right, grants teammates a set amount of elemental mastery when she's at full stacks for 20 seconds. So this also means that when you have the cricket bat, whichever teammates that is going to trigger it, right, will have increased elemental mastery to actually make the explosion to be even more painful. So this further guarantees your lower limit explosion to make the team's explosion, bloom explosion more consistent. This is actually the catch about why her team is doing pretty well. So this one, Cricket Bat Refinement 2 has 73k health. The damage is definitely going to be higher. Ouch. So we can see that the explosion is 44,000 over here, some 39,000 here and there.
海のちぎりよ
はびこれ
踊ろう
芽生えよ
頑張るよそれ波の花が共に舞いよ
So I don't really see, because if you mention that there's a 50% damage potential being locked away, right? I really cannot agree with this because because this com, right, Nilo's com is excels against group situation. So if holding on to the refinement 1 Ayato's sword, right, is this level of performance, there are two sword we couldn't really see that the performance is like 50% quicker or this is competitive. So I hope that this actually gives you insight that it's not really a must pull kind of thing, but if you like her, you want to really spend a lot of time playing her team, then it's a nice pull for sure. So it's okay if I use Haran on Nilo. If you really like her, right, sorry, this sword really looks pretty unpleasant. Okay, let's hold this while have a short discussion over. This one, when I actually look at this, right, it doesn't really give her any kind of buffs. And the elemental damage bonus, of course, will help a little bit because she still deals some hydro damage here and there. But it's how should I put it? Let me think of a better way. Yes, we should put it this way. Because there are no alternative BIS weapons on her aside from this. The second closest BIS, so-called BIS, right, is actually this, which actually gives 20% hit point on R1. The attack bonus is completely redundant on Nilo. So strictly speaking, we can just say that aside from the key, right, the rest of the weapons, right, as long as it makes sense to you, it can actually work. Her team, Nilo's team isn't a very expensive team to build. That's the thing most players will need to be aware of. Whether she crits or she doesn't crit, right? To me, it really doesn't matter. If today all my artifacts are crap, they only have hit point above, she's still going to perform really very well against group situations. Even if today's Abyss, right, doesn't have the bloom buff, right, I'm still pretty confident to say, as long as they are not elemental beings, right, or don't have any funny elemental shields, right, the comp itself will actually still work very fine against group situations. Against solo target boss, right, is we will need to put a question mark first, because you guys saw that Dorito boss, that algorithm blah, 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 kind of boss, right? You know that nonsense, right? Nilo's team is going to have a pretty challenging time fighting against it. But other than that, if the boss is a visible guy who stands like there acting like he's a real boss to fight you, except for a certain Gundam boss, don't quote my word for that. The Gundam boss in future, I don't know how you're gonna fight. I haven't studied the mechanics yet. But against a beast environment, you should be able to perform very well regardless of what type of weapon you hold. So to me, it's more of a very low cost kind of situation to build up this team, because all you need is just hit point on her. Not too stringent, like, you know, when you build a DPS character, an artifact comes out, oh, crit rate, crit damage, then the crit damage, then everything goes into flat hit point. Oh, that piece is redundant. You know, those kind of very depressing feeling, those kind of challenges you have. Her artifacts, not that hard to get. Just anything with hit point, you can do fine. So is it okay? Yes, you can actually use it. There are a lot of questions here and there saying that which one is the best, right? But of course, 4-star wise, of course, I will my choice, my personal opinion is I will go for Sacrificial Sword. But if you are Xingqiu needs the Sacrificial Sword, right, then of course Xingqiu will have the priority, because Xingqiu needs the Sacrificial Sword more than Nilo herself. That is my personal take on this. Other than that, of course, craftable option, you have Iron Sting. But is it really best? I still think it's okay. How many blooms can she trigger herself? That part, I think you guys actually who have played her know well enough that how many hydro applications she can actually do on when she's on field. So other than that, if you were to ask me, I can just equip any type of sword over here. I don't really see the difference being that stringent. There will be difference. Don't get me wrong. There will be difference, but it's not like heaven and earth where, like, for example, if you equip a Iron Sting on Ayaka versus you equip the Mist Splitter Reforge on Ayaka, which one do you think is a more suitable weapon for Ayaka? Obviously, it's going to be the Mist Splitter Reforge, right? Yeah. So this kind, like for example, on Ayaka will have a very big difference, but for her, is you probably won't be able to tell that huge of a difference. Check the aesthetics of Kazuha Story Quest on Nilo. What do you mean? Nero Halan Abyss, I can definitely make. To me currently I'm still trying to explore to see if I'm able to make different kinds of comms on for Nilo. I mean outside of her restricted comm. But earlier on, for those who have just joined in to watch, right, I have actually pointed out that C2, right, I repeat again, C2, if you do not play in a Dendro Hydro comm, right, C2 doesn't work. Keyword here, Golden Chalice Bounty. You need to be affected by this. So if you go and put in some Pyro or Electro character, Golden Chalice Bounty will not work. So this means your C2 will not work as well. Pretty important. So if you are thinking of pulling constellations right now or future rerun, you need to be aware of this before you invest any hard-earned Primo Gems into her. But if you play her in this specific comp, fun. The damage is big. Oh, Are you talking about that red sword? This one? Hey, it surprisingly matches her hair color though. They're actually. Hey, actually it looks good. Let's have a comparison. Do you guys think that this looks good on her, or this actually looks good on her? Tell me your honest opinion. Option A, Key of Clutch Nisut, or do you prefer Cargo Tsurubi Ishin, if I got the name correctly, or do you prefer Haran Gepaku Futsu? Even this freedom song, right, still appears to be pretty eye pleasing on her as well, I must mention. Just have no idea why this yeah. Hot take, I prefer my Key of Nilo over anything else except J5. Oh, we have a viewer over here who actually prefers the Key on Nilo though. Well, I mean, I respect everybody's opinion, because everybody's in Mandarin we call it 审美观, meaning our concept of what looks nice and what doesn't differs due to our culture and our upbringing. So I always respect everyone's opinion, but this is just my personal take, which is I felt that it could be improved. I believe that in their own global version showcase, right, there was a clip showing Nilo actually doing the E skill. It's like a short clip which she should be using this weapon actually. As you guys can actually see, I only have 2 copies of the Zephyros Moonlight. The banner is actually pretty rigged. I managed to pull all the way up to 2 copies of Key, and I only got 2 copies of Zephyros Moonlight. The game just refused to give me this one. I really truly think this weapon is very, very good. Extremely good when I actually can equip on Kazuha. Although I have Freedom Sword, but I still think that this weapon is damn good. But for some reason the game just doesn't want to give me this weapon, which is kind of questionable. Yeah, Nilo promotional art is depicted using Zephyros. If Zhongli had been a sword user, the cricket bat would have looked awesome on him. There are some players who are actually trash talking online, actually talking about, you guys are wrong. Actually this sword is actually meant for him. So what do you guys think? Because right now Albedo's banner is live, is actually rerunning right now. Maybe the trash talking goes that maybe Key of Clutch Nisut is actually his signature event, because on the outlook it does seem to match with him. And they are also trash talking that they didn't know that Albedo was actually the believer of the Scarlet King as well, which was pretty amusing. But it does looks okay on him, because due to probably the geo kind of nature, this kind of thing. But of course Cinnabar Spindle still his so-called signature weapon. Who knows, maybe this one. But hit point on Albedo, nope. But then again, I was pretty surprised about when you pointed out that this sword on Nilo, which we actually need to actually have a look at the actual display. Oh, it actually looks good on her, man. The red sword and the red hair. Okay, since we are on this, right, let me go into the stage quickly and use this sword. This sword is a level 1. I have no idea what happens, but what is my Raiden wearing as well? I have no idea what is my Raiden wearing as well. But okay, here goes. Staff of Scarlet Sands looks good on Zhongli too. Oh. Okay. So this one is a level 1 weapon, the Kazuha's weapon.
はびこれ信頼
これならどうだ。ご安心を。このダンスを彼方に。やっぱ
If you can see that the bloom damage has significantly dropped quite a bit. It's about 28,000 if my eyes are not seeing wrongly.
踊ろう。さあ踊るよ。はあ。深海のカゴ、騒乱の憩い。
That is a level 1 weapon, so I don't think the clear time seems to be really that bad. What is my Raiden using? Oh, she's actually using.
新天道地
Okay,
天道
she's using her signature weapon.
チョック呪言チョック
前風の雲の
来光意図美しきかな呪言チョック
剣女盤石
風を知れ
I think these two Pokemon summoner, aka Jesse and James,
雲が仮な
律令ここより弱滅の時
what is my Raiden wearing? Why is her damage so weird? I don't know, the dark brown of the key clashes with Albedo's white and gold. Oh, okay. That sounds legit as well. Okay, so far nothing too special. You can see that she's using that level 1 sword, and I don't really think that it makes a huge lot of difference though. Still able to perform fairly well in this as well.
信頼感度
見逃さないでね。海のちぎりよ。
Of course, the clear times we can see that it's still slightly slower, but I don't think that it's so slow to the extent that you will feel that it's unplayable though.
見切りました
岩山八九
Yeah, Jesse and James, I'm still always a Pokemon fan, man. I don't know if you guys actually do play Pokemon or not, but quite a while ago I actually bought the Pokemon Arceus, but that is for the Switch version, but I don't have the time to play. God damn it! Come on, are you going to run? You are not going to run? Wow!
呪言振動の権限チョック呪言
前へ
岩山八九
雲が
無我の境地
Oh, something is wrong with my Raiden. My Raiden is only doing 16,000, 160 over 1,000 on the slash. She must be wearing some copium artifacts. Okay, time for Miko to finish up everything. Okay. So, I think I managed to answer most of the questions. This one, of course, for sure, we need to be very clear that she is Constellation 2. That means that her Constellation 2 is actually taking effect. They have reduced Hydro and Dendro resistance, but that resistance reduction for Hydro is almost insignificant because she don't do a lot of Hydro damage over here, and Kokomi as well. The Dendro resistance reduction is going to help because the Bloom explosion are Dendro. But that aside, she is holding on to a level 1 this weird, not weird sword, but
これならどうだ。
this Kazuha sword,
騒乱の憩い。
which is far from being his so-called BIS, you know. Hey, let me change my character, guys. So, I still think that it's pretty good, the clear
見
times.
切りました
剣女盤石
チョック稲光すなわち
Oh wow, why is my Raiden damage so little, man?
やっふんはっそこ
天 天道
Alright,
ここに
alright,
ある
alright. I learned my mistake.
呪言チョック
So where's the... Oh, you're here.
風の歌雲の行くごと
有限なる来店律令ここより弱滅の時やってやっ
Pokemon fan Ash versus Leon in the anime right now, awesome man. See that we have
律令チョック
a common interest, which is a really pleasant thing to hear. They stop disappearing, Dorito. Home guard of the Desert King.
すなわち永遠なり
Oh god, why is my damage so little?
や
Okay, okay, we are good, we are good. Later we will have a look at what Raiden was wearing. So, but anyway, maybe let's go back to the main point, which is I hope that this one gives you guys a better idea that it doesn't really matter what weapon she uses, because due to how her character is being designed, right, a portion of the bloom damage, right, is already so-called guaranteed. You know, the key of the card Shinisu, right, is definitely going to push the upper limit of the bloom damage to be really good, really very spectacular. Maybe probably all the way up to the 400% damage cap, aside from the elemental mastery trigger as well. But however, even if you don't have it, you are using some level like 80 weapon over here. Sorry, it's not level 1. Apparently I did level it up, level 80 weapon, but this one doesn't even give any useful stats, I believe. You are still able to perform as long as you have the hit point pieces on her. So I don't really think it's a very big issue and a really concerning matter on which is the so-called best weapon you want to get the best out of it, because I really think that as a whole against group situations her performance is good, and she's only going to become stronger when Nahida is going to be released. Of course, niche team comps will always have their own share of problems, which is probably, who knows, there will be some ultra high dendro resistance or dendro resistant immune boss, we wouldn't know, or using it to break specific types of shields could be challenging as well. We wouldn't know lah, but we will need to see. For example, let's say if in future there is a Cryo Abyss Herald, is your Nilo comp going to work against that? Well, probably not. You will need to use other types of comps. So this I mean, offhand I can only think of this, but you know, niche team comps where you cannot replace teammates is always going to be a challenge. But aside from that, right, if as long as the Abyss environment doesn't counter Nilo, the core team comp itself, which shouldn't be the case because she's a newly released character, most likely that Hoyoverse should be still giving her kindness. Let's put it this way, kindness for at least the next few patches. We should be still be able to see that a good amount of usage of her within the Abyss environment. So for players who have already gotten her, nice. Do you really need to pull the weapon for her? If you really can, I mean, can afford it, you can consider, but not really a must. Hope that this portion I have managed to answer for all of you's concerns. Imagine Hydro Hypostasis is in Abyss. Nilo Bloom team will have a blast. Haha. My Yomiya is waiting for the Cryo Abyss Herald or Lecter. Dendro is fantastic against Hydro and Electro. If you have actually went back to fight the Hydro Hypostasis at Watatsumi Island there, you know, when the Hydro Hypostasis is dying, there are some Hydro Slime moving to it, right? Use the Dendro Traveler, go over to the Hydro Slime and press one time E, right? That Hydro Slime just vaporize into thin air. So that is how, because it's like how fire against pyro against cryo is instantly takes away the cryo unit. So it's the same thing for Dendro against Hydro. So the logic applies the same way. But if you didn't pull for her weapon but you already got her and you still have Primo Gems left, consider saving for Nahida, because we should be able to see quite a number of good users for her. Then of course, last but not least, I will emphasize that is that there's no need to immediately pull. Although I know that, you know, the gacha addiction and wanting to experience new character is always there. I know, I understand. I even have people telling me that I pulled for her for Nino's weapon because my gacha addiction is actually acting up. I understand that. The feeling of taking a risk and who knows, maybe the next 10 pulls might give you something gold is always a cool factor. I know, we are all humans. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this week's live stream. I also really appreciate that you guys actually drop by. It's on a Wednesday, or at my site usually I stream is on Thursday. Everybody's time is really appreciated. I love you guys so much. I really look forward to have more in-depth discussion and also hear more of your opinions on how the game's direction, because I'm a player myself, we are all players. Knowledge sharing is always a very important aspect within the game itself. There's no way that I will know every single details within the game. You guys might even know a lot of stuff that I do not, so I also love to hear your opinions on that as well. Hope you enjoyed this week's live stream. Shout out to my channel members for consistently supporting this channel. You guys know who you are. I love you guys. And also especially shout out to Viltons for today's donation. I truly appreciate, and also everybody's time today for dropping by my live stream. I really appreciate you guys' time. As always, if your day is starting out, I wish you guys a beautiful day ahead, and if your night is coming to an end, I wish you guys a good night's rest. This is IonStorm. See you guys next week on Thursday. Signing out. Good night.